4th&1.
Hey.
Well, I always got it done.
Huh?
Well, I always got it done. I said I welcome.
Hey.
Hey, man, we live here from the Super Bowl. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't nobody matching my energy. You dig what I'm saying? I got some good folks sitting next to me.
Hey,
man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog, man. This is a person who, man, probably doesn't even really need an introduction, but I don't think people know the magnitude of our relationship. I present to some and introduce to others, the Mr. Travis Hunter.
What up, man? How
Trav.
everything going?
What's going on?
It's
with
been
it?
like a long time no see, but we just seen each other like
Just seen
2
each
months
other.
ago. Yeah.
Now, I got a list of questions. I want to respect your time.
No, you good.
My first question for you is, bro, in this era of football that we've seen, the NIL era, what advice would you give high school and collegiate athletes to make sure that they focus and hone in on?
Don't try to take care of everybody first thing. You gotta make sure yourself is good first. And I say take care of your body with the money that you're getting right now, and you gotta wait till you get to the big leagues to be able to focus on other people. So make sure you do what you gotta do to protect yourself first.
Yeah. Now, what's been the best thing, and also, well, answer that first. What's been the best thing about being Travis Hunter?
That's a good one.
I get access to a lot of private lakes. So I'm a fisherman at heart, so I get a lot of access to, going to fish on private lakes, and I also get to talk to and mentor little kids. So that's probably my favorite thing to be able to do.
Yeah.
But I gotta chime in on this one. I know you're on the road with Travis, but just to go back a little bit, all right? Because everybody don't know y'all history with each other. But Travis, just to be coached by somebody like Cam to be coached by, to coach somebody like Travis. Because the first time I heard of Travis, Cam was like, bro, it's this dude. He different. I'm like, Cam, you done coach the Justin Fields, the George Pickens. I'm like, no, bro, he one of them ones. And I'm like, I gotta see it. And you are as advertised, but what is it like to actually be coached by somebody that's been there and going places that you want to go?
Because the expectation that he had for me, I would try to get like extra hype and stuff that I do. He's like, nah, that's for me to do.
Yeah.
I'm the coach. I'm gonna get the hype, and you just stay focused. And that's one of the main things he taught me, how to be humble and stay focused.
That's what's up.
So, as I preface, what's the best thing about being Travis Hunter? The vulnerableness and understanding this too is, what's the worst thing about being Travis Hunter?
The worst thing? I don't think it's no worst thing. I got a lot of eyes on me, but I'm okay with that because I'm okay with being in the house. So that is not really no worst thing. I'm excited to let people know who I am. I came from nothing. And for people to be able to want to be around me, put cameras on me, that's a blessing for me. Yeah. I'm okay with that. But I'll say a little bit out of the personal life. A lot of people like to dig in too much, and I wish that wasn't the case, but I'm blessed to be who I am.
Yeah. You already know where I'm going with this, but that shit not gonna change, bro.
Yeah.
Like, to see what you going through personally, it affects me because I know you. But as a professional, as you're going to be, right, there's a side that you're a part of this realm that we are not used to seeing athletes. We're not used to seeing athletes control their narrative. You have a podcast, right? You have a Twitch, right? You're very popping on social media, right? You're the TikTok guy that's doing all the challenges. And the thing too that people don't understand is you're a showman. Meaning like, I was at the UCF game. Interception, what you do? Heisman. Yeah. Like, there's things. Yo, what's good? What's popping? Ladies and gentlemen, this ain't the itty bitty little teeny tiny bowl. What is it? It's the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 59. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 59. Big players make big plays, and now you can cash in on every single one of them. Bet touchdowns at DraftKings Sportsbook and take your shot at winning big. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code 4th. That's code 4th for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after insurance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
And that a lot of guys don't have that you possess. How do you garner and feed off that type of attention, and when did it make sense that you had it?
I'll probably say I like being under the lights. You know, I like being able to show people what I can do because a lot of people doubt me, and sometimes I surprise myself. You know, being a little kid growing up with not having the great leaders, like I'm the first person in my family to be able to go to where I'm at. So being able to show that for my family and be able to do what I do it's a blessing. So I'm just super excited, and I just be happy for myself. That's why nobody can really make me angry.
Yeah.
So like you talked about playing under the lights. Obviously the lights are going to be brighter than ever. You're going into the draft. All right. So people, obviously the media is saying you separate yourself, but what really separates you from anybody else that's going into the draft? Whether it's a wide receiver, DB, how does Travis Hunter to yourself? How do you stand out?
Because I love the game. I think I love the game more than anybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different type of love for me. I don't try to go do nothing crazy. I ain't focused on what I'm going to do after the game. I'm focused on what I'm doing right now and what I got to do next to get to the next step. So I'll probably say my focus level is crazy. Yeah, that's why I go fishing a lot. You know, stay patient, stay focused.
If you had to choose a side, wide receiver, DB, which one? Real quick.
Whichever one the team need me to be.
I feel a good answer.
But no.
We got to get a little deeper than that, huh? You're on 4th and 1, huh?
No.
What's the same place?
What do you want to do? Right? Because I asked this question. Bro, you answered this question.
Yeah.
You said, which one do you get joy in doing the most?
A
throwing touchdown or a running touchdown? So in that question, what do you get joy playing most? Is it receiver or is it DB?
I can't. To be honest, bro, I can't tell you because like when I score touchdowns, I get to celebrate. And it is just that type of, it's like I just messed them up. Now I get in the end zone. Now everybody looking like, dang, look at the replay. He going crazy.
Yeah.
And then on the defense side of the ball, I can lock him up, catch the pick. But sometimes you don't get to the end zone. And I want to be in that end zone having a party. But that interception, I still get to have a party because that flips the game. It flips the game. And there's a lot of excitement, but it's nothing better than getting a pick six, bro.
Does the mindset change, though? Like playing defense or offense? Like your mindset?
No mindset change. You're going to dog him. You better go out there and work.
A dog, huh?
You gotta go out there and work.
As you look back on your college career, every athlete has their favorite moment, favorite game. Mine was SEC championship. That was the first time I ever played in the Dome. Well, it was the Georgia Dome at that time. We won. We beat South Carolina, right, to go to the national championship. For you, what was that?
Favorite game?
A favorite moment?
My favorite moment was causing that fumble because everybody say I can't tackle. So that was definitely my favorite moment.
Yeah.
But I had some games where catching a pick and scoring a touchdown, it's like you can't beat that. You just go 2 touchdowns and get an interception. You just go 3 touchdowns and get an interception. Like my last game of regular season for Colorado, I had 3 touchdowns and an interception. It's like, how you beat that? You can't beat that. So it's like, it's crazy, but I'd probably say my last game was definitely one of my best games because the last touchdown was crazy.
Bro, above a lot of things that you've been able to do, this is the one that cemented and solidified that, oh, this motherfucker different. You were a 5-star plus athlete coming out of high school. And you decided to go to Jackson State, which was unheard of.
Yeah.
The wittiness, the wisdom, the understanding of who you are and making that type of move was something that was beyond your years. And I don't even know if you knew how big it was at the time. But how are you able to perform?
It's just simple, man. I know I can go out there and ball versus anybody. So I have that dog and that confidence in me like, bro, it don't matter what level I'm playing on, y'all gonna see me. Yeah. Like you said, I'm a natural born showman. Yeah. Some day you gonna see me. Y'all gonna find me no matter what the light's at.
You gonna find me.
You gonna find me. But I also want to be coached by one of the best, man. The one that I knew was gonna let me do what I wanted to do and let me experiment myself. Let me go out there and just, be Travis. And I felt more comfortable with doing that with Coach Prime. So at that moment, I was like, y'all can offer me as much money as y'all want. I ain't going there.
Yeah.
So I went to Jackson State.
Yeah.
Other schools at the door with the money. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, the money ain't gonna move me, man, because I know in a couple years I'm gonna have unlimited money.
That's solid.
But I want to go, you know, and help more people because I have brothers and sisters. Like you said, you coach my brother.
Yeah.
And you
Shout out to
understand?
Trey.
Shout out to Trey.
Yeah.
But you know, I gotta, you know, maybe they won't be able to go D1. So I'm looking at it from that standpoint. Like, bro, if I go here, I open up more doors. My name is always gonna be there.
That's fair.
He went to HBCU first.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to open those doors.
So
for him.
answer this. Does Jackson State get to say that a Heisman Trophy winner went to Jackson State?
Definitely. You know, that's where I started off at. I wasn't in college yet. I had to go to college and find out, hey, I went to Jackson State. That's in the middle of, you know where Jackson State at?
Bro, I went to Stark Vegas. I went to Stark Vegas on a visit. Starkville, Mississippi. Getting recruited by Mississippi State. And we had to drive through Jackson State. My cousin, who serves as my assistant right now, my first cousin went to Jackson State. I didn't necessarily know what it was. Well, as I was driving, it was just this 2-lane. Like, bro, where are we?
Yeah, middle of nowhere.
You know what I'm saying? But that's my type of recollection. And obviously with the help of you, Shador, Shiloh, obviously Coach Prime put the world on notice to who Jackson State, you know what I'm saying, was.
So I still had that grind. I still had that mentality was, you got to be focused here. What you going to do?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing here to do.
Bro, I got to
They
ask
got
you
one
something
bowling
on that
alley.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real because me and Cam, I went to HBCU. Obviously, Cam went to Auburn. And we go back and forth between HBCU, PWI, but you went to both.
Yeah.
What would you say are the biggest two differences within the experience of playing at an HBCU versus a PWI?
Big experience? Bruh. Jackson State, like I said, bro, I had to get that junk out the mud, bro.
Yeah.
It was like it was literally nothing there. No, I stayed next to the mayor house. My school was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And like it was like I didn't stay there. Nobody knew
Nobody knew you.
Nobody knew I was there.
Yeah.
It was like you go there at 5 p.m., nobody on the streets.
Yeah.
Nothing's there. It's like crazy, but like in Colorado,
Yeah.
nothing but love. It's nothing but people everywhere. It's different. It's a different feel. You know, like it's
Yeah.
going from the hood to
Hood to Hollywood.
Bro, you a bankhead, now you're a buckhead. You know what I'm saying?
So
you were from Harlem, now you in the head.
yeah, so like it's different. It was a different feel, different vibe. Like, okay, I feel safer in Colorado. Hey, Jackson, boy, you better in the house.
Yeah, they're gonna teach you about life, my boy.
You're gonna teach you about life. But I know I had to grow up fast. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, my family ain't coming up to stay next in Jackson.
Yeah.
Who finna come stay next to me in
Exactly.
Jackson? Nobody. I had to grow up by myself. I had to realize like my own person. I got to go out there, and, But Colorado, I was already, I had a lot of people be able to help me there. So
For sure.
This is my last question, bro.
Definitely got to be a man when you're there.
For
Jackson.
sure.
My last question is, what's the biggest misconception of Travis Hunter?
Biggest misconception? I can't even tell you, bros. Don't think I could do it in the NFL. That pretty much. They don't think I could do that next level. I mean, they said I wasn't going to do it in college. There's no way he going to do it at Colorado. Then when I do it, guess what happened?
Yeah.
They still don't believe it.
Yeah.
It goes to the NFL. They don't think I could do it there, so they don't believe in me. That's probably the biggest.
On draft day, I'm sorry.
No, you good.
On draft day, where do you want to go?
Where I want to go on draft day?
No. On draft day, where do you want to go?
Number one pick on that board. If it ain't the number one pick, it don't even call my phone. hey, I don't work too hard for this.
Hey.
I don't work too hard for this.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's like my dream was to get to the NFL, but I know one way I wanted to get there, and I want to be the number one pick. I want everybody to be like, the first name they called was Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
ain't
first
that
name.
long.
Hey,
You ain't that long.
hey. I don't want to be over there waiting like.
Thank you.
Bro,
Yeah.
understand,
No, I
bro.
want the first pick.
Everybody asked me about my whole experience. I wasn't there long for me to understand. Like, I was there, first pick. The man, the myth, the legend.
Jump on in. Come on in, hey. Come on in, hey.
Come on, bro.
Welcome to 4th&1, brother.
Yes, sir. This episode of 4th&1 is brought to you by Ro. Confidence is everything. Women can sense it. And trust me, they love it. But if you're in your head worried about performance, that swag, unfortunately, gentlemen, it's gone. Rose Sparks keeps you ready. When the moment hits, you can step up like a superhero and handle your business. No doubt, just confidence.
Fellas, Rose Sparks gets you ready fast, dissolving under your tongue and working in 15 minutes on average. No waiting, no missing the moment, plus it stays active up to 36 hours.
So when the mood hits, you can go back to back to back, round after round after round. Ro connects guys with medical provider 100% online, so there's no awkward conversation with in-person providers. Go to ro.com/sparks to see if you qualify. If prescribed, new sexual health patients gets $15 off Sparks on reoccurring plan. Connect with the provider at ro.co/4th to find out if prescriptions Ro Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/4th for $15 off your first order. If approved, treatment ships directly to their door.
Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, and or manufacturing review. For full safety information, go to ro.co/safety info.
You in a man's game now, and these some big boys, and they gonna put a licking on you. And the more you expose yourself to that, it's like attrition kicking in. Look at it from a boxing analogy.
Yeah.
You could take a punch, but if you get hit upside the head enough, eventually you're gonna start slurring. Eventually, those punches gonna hurt a little bit more. They're gonna affect you a little bit more.
Or you're gonna be shell shocked.
Think about a Meldrick Taylor. Think about a Evander Holyfield. Think about people like that. That's just to name a few. Meldrick Taylor is the worst possible example. I know that, but when you get hit too much, it can soften you up.
Yeah.
And because you can do it all, they're gonna throw it all at you, which is gonna expose you to that level of punishment. And you gotta protect yourself by picking what you do best, and most importantly, what is your better shot at success for the team. If you're more successful as a cornerback and more impactful as a cornerback, but you don't necessarily need to be that way as a wide receiver because they got 3 wide receivers on the squad, right? You may not need to do that. So don't do it if you don't need to.
Gotcha.
Make sure you elevate at that level where you need it most.
Man, I said this to him personally, but I'll say this through this lens too. Everybody, including where you're going, don't want to see you succeed.
Absolutely.
I already know that.
Because keep this. So he's now becoming the franchise player. That means the franchise player before now realize like, oh, my days are numbered.
It's not about me anymore, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Your whole family dynamic. People are seeing like, oh, there go Trav. Like, man, he ain't gonna be able to.
But that's life too. That's life too. Like, you know, we do this now. This man is in our business now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how many people want him to fail?
Yeah.
But he working with somebody that don't.
Yeah.
You're gonna have people that work with you that don't want you to fail. Because your success, rising tide lifts all boats. They'll have that mentality. What he's talking about is those bad apples that are always looking to tear you down. And you're gonna have those too. And you just gotta decipher between the two. You gotta work it. You've been around being coached by Prime, talking to people like himself and others. You have enough resources to reach out to where cats are gonna tell you what to look for. But you also gotta be a grown up too, which you will be. Because here's what's gonna happen. You gotta decipher between negative, constructive criticism and somebody who wants to hate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could sit up there. I've had to criticize him in the past when he played. But he sees me face to face and he's talking to me, and he knew by talking to me, I'm not rooting for him to fail. I was just telling him what I saw. Right. That's entirely different than, I hope you fall on your damn face. I hope you suck. I hope you don't get it done. See, those cats are easy to spot. You can smell them. You can see them. And when you see them, you veer away from them as fast as you possibly can.
Gotcha.
But I wanted to talk about that, right? Because we got two sides of the table. We have the players. Obviously, we have the media. Cam is getting into the media now. And former
doing
player.
a hell of a job.
So how do you all, on both sides, how do you all scrutinize players? And then when you see them, how do you all handle it? How do you come off of I'm scrutinizing you, I want you to be better, versus I'm hating? And then as a player, how do you handle that? As like, are they hating or are they trying to make me better? So I want to hear from both sides of the table. We got to break that part down.
So 3 things. That's a great question.
Yeah, he can answer both. He done did both of them.
I hated this guy.
When you played?
The younger me hated.
Right.
Man. he ain't nothing but an Uncle. Man, he ain't never played.
Yep.
Man, how he gonna tell me what my? As I started to understand, it's accountability. It's the expectation. It's not just him. It was the big three for me.
Okay.
Stephen A., Shannon Sharp, Deion Sanders. Because people forget Deion Sanders was actually a sports analyst.
Yes, he was.
I gave Deion an exclusive interview before I got drafted, and he was with the NFL Network.
Yep.
And he would everybody, if you see me, like, people walking like, Cam, Cam. That was from Deion.
That was from Deion.
But when
Deion did that.
when Deion cut me up, bro, for the Super Bowl, I took that personal because that was my idol. He still is my idol.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you a hater. But my maturity made me start realizing he ain't hating. He just giving me that criticism that I don't want to digest. It's like all medicine. All medicine ain't always gonna be sweet.
That's true.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Just take some Robitussin, you'll find out.
Yeah.
And it's nasty as hell, but it works.
Right. So now even from this arena, this dude, and I'm gonna use it twice, he's a sports savant. And really a talking savant, because this ain't a lot of black people are being mentioned in the presidential elect.
Yeah.
Jokingly or not, he has that much respect to push the pendulum like, yo, somebody is thinking of Stephen A. Smith to that regard.
Yeah.
Tennis, Stephen A. Golf, Stephen A. Football, Stephen A. Basketball, Stephen A. Women's, Stephen A.
Politics,
Stephen A.
Come on.
That's a skill.
Yeah.
So while I was so one-track minded, I was like, man, this nigga hating, bro.
Yeah.
Looking at it now, I had to call him and tell him, like, bro, I want your help to transition my palette of sports.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Not everybody, bro, like it's a subtle flex, but I don't even think he understands what he's doing. Yo, I can't do it. I gotta fly to LA because I gotta do NBA tonight. NBA countdown.
Yeah.
Yo, I can't do it because I gotta catch a flight to Miami because I gotta go I told Magic Johnson that I was.
Yeah.
I'm listening to this dude, and I'm like, bro, he heavy.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that to let you know, as you get into this business of professional sports, you're going to be critiqued at a different frequency.
Oh, no, I already know that. I ain't worried about that.
You see what I'm saying? But understand
I got
this
a job to do.
for the people who watch it. You're playing a position that if you're playing the Miami Dolphins, understand what you're going to be asked to do. You're going to have to guard a Tyreek Hill, and then turn around and be guarded by Jalen Ramsey. And, oh, by the way, we're doing it 18 times a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's those type of things that I challenge you, but also respect him, and my immaturity wasn't able to appreciate what he is and how. And it took me a long time, but as soon as I started working with him, I started, bro, he different.
He different,
bro.
yeah.
He different. So to that question, right? As a sports savant, I'm asking you more of a trivia, or you've been in sports for so long. Who has had this type of impact in double sports? You got the Bo Jacksons, you got the Proms, that really the magnitude of who Travis
Polarized.
Well, in more than one sport, it would be Bo Jackson. But in terms of one sport, it would be your coach, prime time, Deion Sanders. You know, getting back to him and what he said, let me crystallize this for you.
Gotcha.
We sitting in here. I will tell you to your face in front of the cameras, I will be rooting for you. I want you to succeed.
Yeah.
You fail, I'm gonna be in your ass. Without question. I want you to understand why. Because the world that we live in, then this part has always been the case. The only agenda that and this word agenda is applicable. The only agenda that I have ever had in doing my business is making sure that I pushed everybody in our society as close to a meritocracy as possible. Because politically, we've always been held back.
Yeah.
We've been marginalized, we've been pigeonholed. They've tried to deny greatness on many occasions in the past and all of this other stuff, right? And so my point was, the more I focus on merit and what you've earned, the more I can make noise.
It's the biggest face-off of the year, gentlemen. Super Bowls and Super Bowls. Do not, and I mean do not allow your grooming game to get flagged for unnecessary roughness. Introducing the Beard and Balls bundle from Manscaped, your ultimate grooming MVP. This kit keeps you sharp from face to below the waist. Join the movement trusted by over 11 million men. Visit manscaped.com now and use code Cam Newton. That's right, use code Cam Newton for 20% off plus free shipping. Power starts here. Getting right for the big game or your Super Bowl party? The Beard Ball Bundle keeps you fresh from top to bottom, literally. Victory ready? Preparing for a big night out or celebrating your team's win? This bundle keeps your grooming game on point. Get the Beard and Balls Bundle for 20% off plus free international shipping with code Cam Newton at manscaped.com.
When something other than merit influenced the proceedings. If I let you get a pass because somebody white, Hispanic, or whatever is better than you, but I'm trying to cover for you, I dilute and compromise what I'm doing, and I can't help the collective whole. Yeah. So if I sit up there and look at Kemp, and then not only that, it's about a meritocracy in this regard. I measure you on what they say your abilities are and what the expectation is. If you a 5th round pick, we hope you gonna do well. But if you a top 10 pick, we expect it. Yeah. And based on those expectations, making sure that the meritocracy of it all is consistent, I judge you the way I would judge a top 10 pick if you're a top 10 pick. Gotcha. I judge you the way, or if you build a resume for yourself, okay, now this resume is this. So it says he should be able to do that. Why you think we on Lamar Jackson? We ain't on Lamar Jackson because he ain't great. We ain't on Lamar Jackson because that brother ain't all world. We're on Lamar Jackson because you're about to be a 3-time MVP. Yeah. Yo, bro. There is no one that won 2 MVPs that never won a Super Bowl. Yeah. You about to get 3, and you ain't even been to one yet. That's a problem. Yeah. Now, he's right when he says it's a collective effort. It ain't one man, but you Lamar. And when you go to the negotiating table, you don't say collective effort. Yeah. You say me. This is what I'm worth. Yeah. So a guy in my position takes all of that into consideration. And what I try to do and what I explained to him when we finally ran up at his cigar spot. I rolled up in there.
Fellowship, you know what I'm saying?
And I was like, yo, I know you're great. What I'm saying is your greatness demanded this. That's the standard I'm going to hold you to. Not rooting against you. I'm literally illuminating for you what the world is saying, even if they don't admit it to you. Because there's a whole bunch of behind the back talk that goes on with y'all. Yeah. I'm the guy that'll bring it to light. I ain't gonna dime out who said it, but I'm gonna give you the narrative because I've been in a newsroom for 30 years. In newspaper, in radio, in television. I know this shit. Yeah. I know this business. So I know what they saying about you. I know what they gonna say about you. I mean, I can't even tell y'all how many times I told a player, look, man, come in, man. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. This gonna be the narrative in a week. You don't do this shit, it's gonna be this in a month. Yeah. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I know. Well, now you gonna listen? You gonna listen? Or you not? Listen. They tried to get into your personal shit. That's none of nobody's business. You don't ever have to answer your personal business. You understand? As long as you ain't in the police blotters, you good. Just remember that. However, your game, its elevation dilutes the interest in the personal. The respect that comes from your greatness, they saying he doing his job.
No, but even
when you don't do your job,
but even to that point, that's how Clorox clean this dude has been.
Right.
Because they can't go, for me, and remember, when I was in college, they put an NCAA infraction. Yeah. No, he can't be this good.
Right.
Man, he took money. I know he took money. Scam Newton. Right. For Travis, they done looked over this. And man, there's something about this dude that we gotta find something. And it's nothing. So if it's not nothing, we're gonna go to the closest thing.
Right.
And that's where you have to armor yourself and make everybody understand, like, yo, it's different now. It's different now because the stakes are higher. People got way more time.
Right.
I want to ask you this question.
Sure.
Because even when I came into the league, the dynamic has changed. Here's a person, why a lot of people have so much to say is because he's made himself accessible and modernized himself. Like I say, he has Twitch, he's played video games, he's open about fishing, he has a YouTube channel, he has a podcast. All these, you never knew that much about primetime. You never knew that much about Bo Jackson. You never knew that much about Kobe, even really LeBron.
That's right.
This is a person who is the Gen Z's model for like success. Everybody wants to, you know, have
Be
a
like
film
Travis.
crew, right?
Right.
What advice would you give him to controlling that narrative in this modern wave of sports?
Continue to be yourself, because trying to be something that you're not is not sustainable. Eventually, the real you will get exposed.
Yeah.
So if you are yourself, you ain't lie to nobody about it.
Yes, sir.
And that helps you. That's number one. Number two, locate people you can trust. Contemporaries, cats like him. He's forgot more football than I know. I'm a reporter. You understand?
Yes, sir.
He knows the game. So I'm debating the game with him, but it's only from the lens of a reporter covering the game, but deferential to him because I know he played it. Any player any reporter that never played, that thinks he knows more than the player, ignore his ass because your arrogance is getting in the way. So you got to know who to ignore and who to listen to. It could be people like him, but here's the advantage that you have that you don't realize. When you, because so many players now have platforms, you have one of your own you can communicate with. But most importantly, those cats who have their own platform know who in the business they can reach out to. So not only will they give you, impart words of wisdom on you, they'll tell you who you can go to have an authentic conversation. You should be able to go to somebody and have an off-the-record conversation and say, yo, I'm going through this. I don't need anybody to know. I just want your advice. How could you help me out here? And that person, if he got any kind of soul, should be able to honor that. And if they don't honor it, you don't want to fuck with them. So you got to think about stuff like that.
That's real.
All of these things play a role, but your access, your ability to articulate yourself, the platforms that you utilize, the people that you know that have those kind of platforms, you have access not just to information, but to support. So when you know you have that, utilize it.
Gotcha.
It's yours. It's like family members and friends. You got to click cats that's gonna watch your back, that's gonna ride with you no matter what. That don't mean they ain't gonna tell you you wrong, but they got you. They got your back. And when you have that, you're winning. Where you're losing is if you get ultra sensitive and even the people you love and trust can't tell you nothing because you don't want to listen. Now that's foolish, because if you love and trust them, you're supposed to listen to them.
Gotcha.
So before we're gonna get you out of here because I know you gotta go, but real quick, so both of you are. So you are our Rose Spark Plug player and personality of Super Bowl week. So real quick, how have you been a spark plug for Colorado, and how do you want to be a spark plug in the NFL? And then I'm going to you next.
I've been a spark plug.
Yeah.
Going out there and working. I show my teammates every day that I'm gonna work, and then every drill that we do, I'm trying to win. I'm trying to be the best at it. We could be doing footwork. My feet work better than yours.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I do. I love to compete and practice. That's my favorite thing to do. I get to be a leader there. No cameras really, and we just out there having fun, and I just get to be myself. So I love being in practice and doing the things that I love.
And then in the media industry, how are you a spark plug?
Me?
Yeah.
Because I'm fearless in tackling the issues that need to be tackled. And I don't have just black appeal, I have mass appeal. And so as a result, you white, you Hispanic, you Asian, whatever it is, you're gonna hear my voice whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And it's gonna have an impact. You really, really think they want me to be in the polls for the presidency in 2028? You really think they like that?
No, we gotta talk about that.
They're like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
Well, I'm that guy.
You that dude.
So it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And you know, the fact is that to have an impact, you have to be willing to be impactful. And to be impactful, you got to be willing to ruffle feathers.
That's true.
And to be willing to ruffle feathers, you got to be willing to have people who dislike you and you can't give a damn because you're serving a higher purpose. When I think about the battles, like for him, look at this brother. Beautiful smile, great game, the whole bit. See this hat? See them damn dreads? Do you see everybody like that on television?
You don't.
Not on mainstream.
Not with they Mashika on.
But he on ESPN.
Yeah.
How'd that happen? Because you have people that's sitting there saying, damn that. He brings all of this to the table and you fight those fights.
Yeah.
That's ruffling feathers. That's making people uncomfortable. And you ain't gonna win every battle.
Yeah.
But you gotta know, and people gotta know that you committed to the battle. And that's what I pride myself on being.
Man, we gotta let Trav go. Trav, bro.
Appreciate y'all.
you.
All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hold on. One of the biggest challenges for employers is hiring fast. But sorting through endless applications makes it tough. Well, if you're an employer that can relate, I have one question for you. Have you tried ZipRecruiter? ZipRecruiter has figured out how to solve this very problem. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter can get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Cam Newton. With ZipRecruiter's smart technology, your job gets in front of qualified candidates immediately. No waiting, no hassle. So relax, employers, and let ZipRecruiter speed up your hiring. See for yourself. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/Cam Newton right now to try it for free. That's the same price of a genuine smile from a stranger, a picture-perfect sunset, or a cute dog licking your hand. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/Cam Newton. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And I've been guilty of being that. Man, he don't know what he's talking about, da-da-da-da. But one thing that I've been paying extreme close attention to in this space of media, anybody can do it. But you know what you have to do. So, for instance, I love football. I can play it. For you, you love sports. Whether you played it or not, basketball is your thing, but you still cover it. How can you impact or really give us some words of understanding this shape of understanding that you can, bro, he's in negotiations for ESPN, and obviously we're not going to get into the numbers.
Yeah.
But the reality is, whatever he's asking for, everybody knows he can damn well get that, whether from here or there.
He that dude.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for me, it's bigger because a torn doggone lens frank, shoulder reconstruction, fractured back. For you, it's really being a true professional, and people don't know that.
No. You know, I've often said this to white folks. You go to work every day with a job to do. Black folks come to work with a responsibility. Because of history, because of marginalization, being pigeonholed, being denied opportunities, etc., the challenges that inherently come associated with us being us. When you get the opportunity, don't let it be you.
Don't let it
be you. Don't let it be you. Don't you be the one that F's it up.
Yeah.
Don't you be the one that's unprofessional. Don't you be the one that's tardy. Don't you be the one that's unproductive.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
Different industries define success.
Yeah.
They have different definitions of success. It's your responsibility to figure out whatever forum you're in, whatever platform you're on, what defines success in that genre, and then do it.
Yeah.
You can't shoot a jump shot on a football field.
That's true.
You can't score a touchdown on a basketball court. You gotta know the rules and regulations and know how to maneuver your way through that terrain. What we have is a problem with a younger generation of people is that there's this insatiable appetite to be your own boss and not answer to anybody. And you know what I say to people? Do you answer the advertisers? Do you answer to your sponsors?
Yeah.
Everyone answers to somebody.
Yeah.
You're not getting away, unless you're a billionaire that needs nobody's money. You're not getting away with not answering to somebody. So now the trick is, who do you want to be beholden to? Who do you want to partner with? Why is that? And then march forward that way. That's not just thinking about the business, it's also thinking about your own peace of mind. I know doing First Take, this is Cam Newton. He's got to have the freedom to say what he wants to say. Otherwise, he don't even want to be a part of the segment. Because realness and authenticity is everything to this brother.
Yeah, that's real.
Guess what? So I'm going like this. Let him say it. And if there's some stuff that he can't say because it might get him sued,
hold on,
protect them. Don't
hold on.
You don't want to get your money now.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that simple.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated. The job is not easy though, because you're right. Anybody can do it. Today. What about next week? What about next month?
Yeah.
What about day after day after day? Bro, I work a minimum of 320 days a year. I have never worked less than 320 days a year in my career. Ever. That's what I do.
Yeah.
What I do 320 times.
Cool.
You can do it once.
Yeah.
You can do it 5 times. Can you do it that much?
Yeah.
That's the challenge. And that's how you know what you're made of, when you can do it over and over and over again.
Man, listen, there's times where
They say I gotta go. I gotta get ready to run. Go ahead.
This is it.
Sure.
I want to give you your flowers, bro. Appreciate you.
Yes.
I didn't want to be distracted. I wanted to tell you thank you for opening my eyes to a different way, because I was reluctant.
Yeah.
And you've accepted me. I feel accepted. And you know how J. Cole say, I hope I don't make Nas down. I hope I don't let Nas down. But I literally am carrying, I hope I don't let Stephen A. down.
Yeah.
He's been sensational. He's exceeded expectations. I'm very, very proud of Cam. I can't say enough. The brother puts in the work, he cares, and he's utilized this platform to his advantage. And there's an audience out there that he has that not many people have. Yeah. And I hope it grows. And the only thing that I'm going to remind him of that I said to him, I said, do this. If you're not bigger and better after doing this, I've let you down. And I don't think I've let him down, because he's bigger and better than ever. Right. And I hope it continues. I'm proud of you.
My man.
Don't let it be you. Don't let it be you. Appreciate it.